Here. Okay, thank you everybody. Good afternoon. And I'm proud to be joined by Senators Klobuchar, Merkley, and Gallego. So, yesterday the House and Senate finally agreed to pass legislation to compel Donald Trump to release the Epstein files. A few hours after it passed the House, I came to the floor and got unanimous consent for the Senate to immediately pass that bill. I told Leader Thune that I was going to come to the floor and ask for a unanimous consent request that deemed the bills passed, and at about 5, before the first vote, and at about 10 of 5, he said he wasn't going to block it. That was good. But enough with the Republican delay, dithering, and dilly-dally. This morning, the Senate finally received the Epstein bill. It's finally on its way to the President's desk. That's right. After months of waiting, months of Republican delay, so many failed attempts from Trump to hide the truth, the Epstein File Transparency Act is headed to the desk. It's a huge step for justice, for the brave and unrelentingly courageous victims. They were amazing. It wouldn't have happened without them. We salute them. It's also a great day for Americans, because Americans wanted to see the truth. Let's be clear, though, this wouldn't have happened without Democrats like the people with me today. But we are not done. No way. Our promise to the victims and to the American people is this. This will not and cannot be the end of the work. We'll keep the pressure up, pressure for the President to sign, and then pressure on the DOJ to release the full, unredacted files. No hiding, no game playing, no covering up. Pressure to make sure the documents are released in their entirety and not warped by a corrupt DOJ who's hell-bent on hiding the truth, bending the law, and protecting Trump. Trump's own Justice Department that told him he was in the files. Remember this. We know he's in there. He knows he's in them. What the heck is he hiding and been hiding for so long? It's time for the truth. This bill is a command for the President to be fully transparent, come fully clean, and provide full honesty to the American people, even if he doesn't want to. And just like we did with this vote, and for months on end, Democrats will fight for full transparency, nothing less. Senator Klobuchar.
Thank you very much, Leader Schumer. Courtney Wild, 14 years old when she was sexually abused by Epstein. Danielle Bensky, 17 years old when Epstein sexually abused her. Her mom had a brain tumor, and he told her that he could help her mom, but only if she abided by his demands, including recruiting other girls. He told her, I can use it to help you, or I can make it really difficult for your mother. As she said recently, it's a call to action. We're standing up for so many victims of sexual assault. As a former prosecutor, I can tell you that's what this is about. It is also about trust. When Donald Trump and the Republicans promised the American people time and time again, whether it was about bringing down costs, not true. Whether it was about making changes that help people, not true. But whether it was about releasing these Epstein files, now we'll find out the truth. Donald Trump knew that there was overwhelming numbers of votes coming in against him, and at that moment, he made the decision that he would say that he wanted the vote to go through. At that moment, when Senator Schumer made the decision to come forward, there was no one who would stand up and say, nope, we shouldn't have them released. And I thank Senator Schumer for doing this. The House discharge petition materialized because there were the votes to override his veto. So now is the moment of truth. One, he has to sign it But two, and most importantly, when we look at what the Attorney General of the United States, who is running a Justice Department that literally when Donald Trump orders them by Truth Social or in person to do something, they do it. Drop charges, they'll do it. Pardon their friends, they'll do it. It is literally a snap of their fingers. Make sure that you charge a Federal Reserve governor or the Attorney General of the state of New York or the former FBI director. We're there, we'll do it. That's what's been going on. So right now, we're facing a moment. Because of these faux investigations that she is now claiming are reopening, now we're going to find out, are they really going to release the files or not? And we are ready to stand up for victims like Danielle and so many others in this country.
Merkley. The Epstein files have always been about full accountability for the perpetrators and justice for the victims. And Donald Trump, when he campaigned, he said, I'm going to release these files. It became increasingly clear that that wasn't going to be the case. So in July, 25 Democrats introduced the Epstein files bill. Not one Republican would co-sponsor it. 4 months ago, then 2 months ago, Leader Schumer introduced that bill as an amendment on the Defense Authorization Act. And 51 Republicans tabled it. And every Democrat said, no, let's debate it and let's pass it. That's just 2 months ago. And then here we were yesterday evening. We called for all 100 senators to join in the vision of equal justice under law, and they did. And that's a great stride forward. But it is not the finish line. Because we know that Trump is not going to release those files. We are going to press him like hell. But everything we know about Donald Trump is he will obscure and delay. And there's a second set of files in the Treasury Department. $1.5 billion in suspicious activity reports. Senator Wyden and his finance team led an investigation with some bipartisan support. Those files provide huge information that will complement the information from the Department of Justice. Now, what happened yesterday evening was a really huge tribute to grassroots Americans from the far right, from the middle, from the left, all saying we believe that powerful men abusing and raping teenage girls should be held accountable. It's a vision throughout the political spectrum. And it was certainly a huge stride forward for the victims who so courageously stood up and shared their stories. But let's keep working toward the finish line when there will be actual accountability for the perpetrators and full justice for the victims.
Senator Gallego.
Thank you. Well, today we've won the battle for justice. We won the battle for these poor women that were victimized repeatedly, both by these awful elite men as well as the Trump administration by trying to cover up every step of the way accountability. But it's just a battle. There is still a war that needs to go on. We should not be in any doubt that this president is going to take every opportunity, along with his allies, along with Attorney General Pam Bondi, to slow down, to cover up, to confuse, because at the end of the day, the truth will come out, and it will hurt this administration. So I just encourage everyone that was involved and was involved from the fight from day one to make sure that we do not fall for the same traps that he's going to continue to put down. These women deserve justice. These women deserve to be treated like any other U.S. citizen. And just because it was elite men from New York City or from Mar-a-Lago or from wherever in the world, they deserve to be brought to trial and to justice just as much as anyone else. The president needs to show that he is for us and not for them, and stop trying to stop a real open investigation and a real understanding of what happened with the Epstein files. Thank you.
Okay, questions? Yes.
What's your reaction to this proposal from Health Committee Chairman Bill Cassidy to set up HSA accounts to help people afford their insurance plans on the Obamacare marketplace? Could that be a potential common ground? Is that
Look, we insist on that the ACA tax credits have to be renewed and extended, period. If Cassidy's proposal, as I understand it, replaces them, looks like it's privatizing health insurance, and it looks like it's really problematic, and particularly problematic to do very quickly. Yes.
Liz Schumer, Republicans have said that Democrats have been too singularly focused on President Trump's role in the Epstein files. What would you say to that criticism, and are you equally concerned about the names of Democrats or people that donated to Democratic causes that could pop up?
We think every name should come out, everything. Everything. There should be no cover-up. Yes, no, this late. Yes, you haven't called on you.
About the Russian sanctions bill. Are you hopeful that it will finally get a vote this month now that Trump said he's okay with it? And if it does become law, what do you think should be the focus? Do you think there should be 100% tariffs on Turkish goods, Chinese goods, Hungarian goods? What would be the most effective?
Look, the bottom line is I think there are 87 co-sponsors or sponsors, including Leader Thune and myself. We've wanted to move the bill for a long time. Hopefully it can move. Putin has to be told in every way that he cannot be just a bully and overrun Ukraine. Okay? No, you gentlemen. Yeah.
Leader Schumer, given the federal court's decision in Texas yesterday to strike down their gerrymandered maps, are you boosted by Democrats' chances nationally going into 2026?
Look, I'm boosted by Democrats' chances nationally to begin with. Why? Because the American people are on our side. The issue of health care has been a dramatic cleavage between Democrats fighting to prevent these premiums from going up and Republicans standing in the way. Even we've seen this over and over again. The American people know we're on their side. They know the Republicans are opposing them, and that's going to serve us very well in 2026. Thank you.